Hi guys, today we'll be discussing a book called I Knew You Could, and it's written by Craig Dorfman and illustrated by Christiana Org. And it is one of my personal favorites. It is the spin-off of The Little Engine That Could, and this little engine then comes back from its adventures and tells its fellow friends that, there's going to be these challenges and obstacles that you may experience while you're on your track, and even times where you feel like you need to stop or you don't know what to do and you need to confide into someone. And it talks about how we overcome these challenges, which I think is a very good book. It is suitable for ages 3 to 12, but I believe it's one of those books that you can end up reading as an adult or even an elderly person, as you can find yourself relating to this book in some way. It is a book that is a rhyming, metaphoric way of life. There is rhymes to every page, as well as we are using a metaphoric way of the journey of life as an engine is taking on these challenges. I'm going to start off this book review with one of a quote from the very beginning, as I think it's a very good way to start learning this. I knew you could, and you knew it too, that you come out on top after all you've been through. And from here you'll go farther and see brand new sights. You'll face brand new hills that rise to new heights. And I just think that's the best way to start this book. Now, this is about the little engine, and we learn about self-determination and perseverance and taking rest when needed and what to do when we feel lost or there's multiple tracks to take, which I feel like often children can end up really relating to as they grow up and experience a lot of different parts in their life that they aren't used to. And, it's nice to have that I knew you could instead of I think I can. Now, for the visual techniques of this book, we can talk about the general design, it is a rectangular book, and it makes the readers feel immersed into the book, as I will show you in a few examples. You are an engine on different tracks, and throughout the book, you are part of the adventure and all the challenges that may come up in our adventure together. And when we go to different cities and different heights, I think it's really nice because the general design of the book is to show that every single page you're taking on that adventure with them. And I think that's a very good immersive and attentive process. Another visual technique that was used is a front cover. Now, what first honestly caught my eye was the inspiring I Knew You Could message, because it leaves you wondering, what is this book? What is this engine? Wondering if they could, or who's going to tell them that. And as you can see, it's got bright colors, as well as a cute little message saying a book for all the stops in your life. So you're going to go through an immersive and different type of journey process. Another visual technique that is used is the use of contrast. In some of these images, we've got the use of light and dark contrast. As you can see, this is one of my favorite scenes actually, and is where the engine ends up being stuck into a dark tunnel, and the engine's scared and unsure and doesn't know what to do. And then you see at the very end, there's that light at the end of the tunnel. And you can see the contrast of using the dark as a fearful and, scared emotion, as well as the hope as the light. And I feel like they did a really good use of contrast in the colors, of showing the emotion and the mood and possibly the tone in the book that it is meant to convey, which I really like, and this is one of my favorite scenes in the book. And then we've also got the use of allegory in this book, where we have this actual meaning of a engine going through the challenges and going on these adventures as a engine would do on a normal, track. But its actual alternative hidden meaning is it's supposed to represent the journey of life. And it's a metaphoric way of, life, where we hit obstacles and challenges, and sometimes we just want to stop and rest, and sometimes we have to confide in others, and I really think that's a good way to show it. And I'll actually show one of the scenes that really speaks to me, because as I was reading it, I felt like it was very personal. It is the scene where we are often on our journeys and adventures, and we feel like we are stuck and we don't know where to go from said thing. And then we've got this scene right here with all the bright colors, and it just lets you know that you can take stops, and rushing to your journey isn't going to get you there for like faster. It's just going to get you there, you know, less efficient, or you can burn out of your own steam. And I feel like this book really highlights all the different obstacles and challenges and different life experiences that we may face in a fun, metaphoric, and rhyming way. And it's fun with fun colors, it's got cute little scenes, it's got little friends, and I think this is just the perfect book. And I would recommend this book for all ages to read, because my 22-year-old self, reread this book and I even teared up. It's just so beautifully uplifting and hopeful, and it just makes you feel like you can do anything, which I feel like a children's book should make you feel like.